Let me start first by asking you about this. You know, we've seen record bids for Spanish debt, for Belgian debt, for Italian debt, and we're seeing banks come out with, you know, junk debt that investors are snapping up at lower rates than the banks have been able to sell it at before. Does this hunt for yield look like it's increasing?
Yes, good morning, Matt. I completely agree. The hunt for yield will most likely continue throughout the year, and it's been a trend we've been witnessing over the past year. And given the ultra-low interest rate environment in Europe, there is no alternative. And obviously, spreads have tightened throughout 2019. And that's a trend we expect to continue in 2020 as well.
Alexndre, great to speak to you this morning.
Not only in peripheral debt, but also in corporate bonds.
Okay, that's interesting. But I wanted to contrast maybe peripheral with the centre of the Eurozone and where you do most of your business, Germany, Austria and the like. We've seen bund yields coming back closer towards zero. Do you think that's where we're heading, back over into positive territory?
Yes. So we are actually slightly positive for global growth, and we are overweight bonds, overweight stocks and underweight bonds. We expect bund yields, 10-year bund yields, to come back to zero. Treasuries around 2.25%, and JGBs around 0.1%. So a slight uptick in government bonds. That said, still not sufficient, and hence the need for yield and search for yield will continue and go also in other markets.
So your overweight stocks,
mainly
we've seen
credit
today,
and private markets.
Sorry, we've seen German inflation at 1.5%, CPI, at least in the last month. We've seen car sales surprisingly rebound to a record high in the month of December. Is this part of what you see fueling further gains? Because we're already at record highs for the DAX.
That's correct. Again, we expect modest growth in the European area, but also in America, but only subdued inflation. So with that in mind, and central banks on hold, we should expect steeper curves, and that should continue.